Oh yes, oh yes. One of our brothers, one of our own. This guy is always making us proud, and he don't do him again. Mark my words, in Nigerian. Yes, in Nigerian. I no talk one Hausa guy you, Yoruba guy you, Igbo guy you. No. I said in Nigerian. And now this thing be our problem for this country. Politicians go come divide us along ethnic and religious lines, so we go to fight ourselves. But if our people they do well outside, we'll come and they shout, hey, now our brother, now our sister, he's a Nigerian, she's a Nigerian. Everybody go forget where they come from. Make I give you a perfect example. Una know Victor Osimhen. If you don't know himself for your screen, he they play for Napoli. He they play for Napoli. Una they hear me? People that they say this guy now the next Lionel Messi of our time, of Africa. Who they celebrate him. Nobody remember where him they come from. But if you enter inside house, we go to fight ourselves. This one, Liverpool, na Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba jobs for Yoruba people. Before I tell on a waiting one of our Nigerians do, will make me they very proud. I want to use this opportunity. Thank all of you. We don't carry me from 0, reach 900 subscribers. Now wanna be the VVIP. Yesterday, I changed them for some of you. Say, "Una go crawl, enter my channel. View finish, waka come out. Even come on like, una no go like. Talk more of to subscribe." But una can't surprise me yesterday. Come they subscribe, they go. Carry me now enter 900. Chai. Now only una go fit do this thing. Only una. Thank you and thank you very much. The Nigeria wey me they talk about. Now Davido, OBO, 30GB gang. OBO, they don't call them who come for one event. When a Forbes, they organize that event. They say the event now Global Business of Afrobeats. And him go there as a panelist. The one even mad me be say, this Davido, he is very hardworking. The guy just finished a show inside Nigeria here. Now, you know reach house, he enter plane direct to Botswana to attend this event. And there, he can share in how his music career takes start. Una suppose hear how this guy takes start in music career. Very inspiring. As I watch that thing, as I hear him, he touched my nipple. Oh yeah, now make una hear from Davido in the city of Botswana. I'm gonna watch.
So my big break, like I was.
Or maybe you made your big break, but how did you become Davido?
So I used to be a producer mainly. Like I always wanted to be like in the background of things. So I used to have an older cousin. He was like the musician of the family. He was the older cousin. I was the last born. I'm the last born of my family. I've always been the youngest. But then I was very, very good with like computer, tech, stuff like that. So when he told me that, oh, he does music, I quickly went to go and learn how to record music from YouTube. I learned from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I bought like a computer, the program and everything. And I started learning on YouTube. Then I started recording people. So I started recording artists, stuff like that. So one of my cousins that was always with me every time in the studio, he noticed that, like, if you're an artist and you're in the studio and I'm recording you, if the artist made a mistake, you always notice that I'd always give the artist like, I'm okay, don't sing it like that. Sing it like this. Sing it this way. It will catch their ears more this way. So over time doing that, I noticed that I was like, yo, I'm better than everybody that I'm recording. So over time then, I was just like, you know what, maybe I should record a song. So the first song I ever recorded blew up. No, that was the second one. The first one, Davido blew up in like Africa and everywhere, but like the first one like blew up locally, like in Lagos, Nigeria.
What was it?
It's called Back When. So that one was, I was in school, I was in college because I had moved back to Nigeria, but my dad sent me to like the village, a school in the village, far away. So he'd only let me come back every other week to Lagos to do music. So the deal was, you know what I'm saying, I can do music, but I got to finish school, you feel me? So I was doing that. So one day my boy called me, he was like, because I dropped the song and I went to school, so I don't even know what's going on. There was no social media like now where somebody can just send you a snap like, oh, I was in the club. They went crazy to your song. So my guy went for the weekend and came back on a Monday. So I'm walking to class like, he's like, guy, I was in the club last night. Everybody's singing your song. I said, eh? Boy, I dropped my school bag so quick. So like that was like the time then when I started realizing that, okay, I think I want to fully do music. So I left school for a bit and then went to focus on that. And then everything just...
What did your dad say about that?
Oh, he was mad, man. He was...
Davido say he get elder brothers when they do music. So him go buy a laptop, come to practice how to record. He got the record some artists. So if artists make a mistake, he go say, look, do it this way, no do it that way. You understand? Now there he got to discover, say, even I say him get calling for music, now he rush. So make he drop one first, make his CDB. He drop and go back school. One of him friend come meet her for hospital and say, oh boy, that thing where you drop, he don't blow for all the clubs inside Lagos. As a year, I may drop him bag. He enter studio. Now so music takes starts. And now why we know Davido today. My brother from the West, we are proud of you. This time we not go talk say you be Yoruba man. You are a Nigerian and we are very, 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 very proud of you. Another Nigerian also don't make us proud. When I remember saying at this place, I can't tell and I say, look, Nigerians are stranded in Sudan. This is their war where they go on their way, two generals, they fight themselves. Say Nigerians are stranded. And they are crying out to Nigerian government, come and evacuate us from this place before they kill us. As I talk that thing, some people can't hear my voice. Now one of our brothers, what they always do, if they like help, if they like evacuate. When they get that xenophobic attack inside South Africa, they come out, he evacuate Nigerians. Other places, they always come out, evacuate. Free of charge, you know, they collect money from Nigerian government. He bust out. Who am I talking about? Onyema. Onyema don't say, hello sir, hello Nigerian government, I am available. Let me go and evacuate Nigerians from Sudan. Government don't release 150 million to their embassy for Egypt. I think so. When they use charter 40 buses, when they go convey more than 5,000 Nigerians, they will carry them from Sudan, come Egypt. Then Onyema will come send in air peace aircraft and pick all of them back to Nigeria. They don't interview this Onyema, tell us, say, call the ask and say, Oga, what is your inspiration? What inspires you? All this is what you do. Alpha, I be watching you say you get too much money. I beg, make una help me listen to Onyema. I'm gonna watch.
Well, to me, it's even a privilege. I mean, to be allowed to contribute my quota to my country. In fact, I'm a good adherent of what can you do for your nation and not what your country can do for you. So I thought that Nigeria is a country of about 378 ethnic nationalities. This is supposed to be our strength. The diversity we have today is an envy to all. It pains me that we have not been able to weave the country together in over 60 years of our independence. So it pains me. So whatever I have to do to encourage people to come together, to promote unity and at the same time encourage broad nationalism as against ethnic and religious nationalism which we have in this country. That is why I do it. I do it because I love this country. I believe we could be better than what we are having now. 378 ethnic nationalities. This is a source of strength. Meanwhile, we are not harnessing that. Instead, this blessing God has given us has become an albatross of a kind, and it pains me. So at all times, I like using my God's given blessings to see how I could help my country. It's not about evacuation alone. I laid down my life in the Naija Delta for this country. To me, to date, that is my greatest service to this nation, because Boko Haram would have been a child's play. But I laid down my life and got Naija Delta sorted, and today everybody's enjoying. People have forgotten all that. So a lot of people are talking about my intervention during evacuation, during the COVID time, Thailand, India, Malaysia, Indonesia, because Nigerians were destroying our embassies over there, and I felt that was a great disservice to the image of this country, and I sent in my jets to go and bring them back home during COVID. I feel personally honored to even to be allowed to do that. So It's not a publicity stunt because I've been doing it right from secondary school through the university, trying to do things. My own activism is centered on trying to bring Nigeria together because I believe it's something that we should all be proud of. However, it pains me that my gesture has turned and has started causing some kind of problems everywhere in the social media. People are trying to bring ethnic angle into it. For those who are supporting me, the Igbos who are rooting for me that an Igbo man is going to do this, do that, please stop. For other people from other tribes in Nigeria other than Igbo who have something or the other, or one or two things to say about it, stop. It's a Nigerian thing. It's not Igbo, it's not Yoruba, it's not Hausa. I don't want a good gesture to be turned into ethnic debacle. It pains me.
Well,
it makes
well
me uncomfortable to the extent that I might not do this again because I want to promote unity, not to cause disunity with my gestures.
Onyema say, now because of love for the country. Say him no like and say some people go on top social media, they talk say, look, na Igbo man run am, na Igbo man run am. Say no, we are all Nigerians. It doesn't matter if they are giving me a national award or anything. No, it is in my nature to help, and I will keep helping. I will keep helping, serving my fatherland. Now wait till him talk inside that video. Now, make I tell you, say Nigerian government, they know they help businesses for this country. But when issues like this come out, now Nigerian businessmen, they come through for Nigerians. Onyema talk inside this next video I want to play for. I say they want use tax finish them. Then when they into this aviation, they want use tax kill all of them. Pay this one, pay that one. They don't even consider say business should survive in this country. And so government does the tax all of them every time, all the time. Listen to Onyema as he takes share in experience with all these tax where government does it, nakana them from left, right, center. I'm gonna watch.
Well, not just in aviation, the ease of doing businesses in Nigeria is very, very, I don't know, it's not something we should celebrate. This government, when they came to power in 2015, made it a point of duty to make sure the ease of doing business. I think it was the vice president that it was anchored in the office of the vice president then. At first, things were working, but after some time, issues nosedived. It has to be improved. You bring in, for example, in aviation, spare parts on AOG basis, aircraft on ground all over the world. You don't need to pay before you take that part out because an aircraft is treated like a human being. So an aircraft on ground is like dying, so you need to resuscitate it immediately. All over the world, you bring in these parts, you take them out immediately and make sure the aircraft is flying. Over here, sometimes you bring it in and that part might be there for another 2 weeks. The aircraft is grounded for those 2 weeks, so a lot of revenue. Sometimes there's this one they call the one that has to do with the Office of the National Security Advisor. It has to do with some dangerous parts on the airplane. Like some parts of the plane could be termed explosive. So you need end user certificate. I remember one of my airplanes being on ground for 2 months before we were able to get that, to bring in the parts. So things like that shouldn't happen. There are so many. What about the airport infrastructure? They need improvement. This regime has tried, they opened some airports and other, but there are still more for the incoming government to do. And that is it. I don't want to dwell on the other challenges like too many charges being airlines go through to sustain their operations. Too many charges. It's not a profitable business, but it takes your passion. And some of us are in it because I just want to give service, I want to create jobs for people. I'm not really interested in what comes up. I take from other businesses to fund airpiece. My happiness is when I see this over 5,000 faces, having a means of livelihood from the platform one has created. That's what makes us happy. And I speak for other airlines too. The owners of the other airlines are not making anything, but it takes their passion. In AON, you find the most patriotic Nigerians, because what they are giving out, they're just spreading their God-given word for everybody to use. So we deserve some understanding here.
Without this support, when they come from government, person still get mind to give back to the society. It doesn't say money not this business. So there is no money. Money no day. Coupled with this tax, we government just can them anyhow. So it's not enough now when they say that too much money they cost. Not be too much money anything. He even thought they collect money from other businesses where they run to support airpeace. You still get mind. Sudan na Islamic country. Most people where they are now, all these Islamic scholars from Nigeria. Now some people, they go pick them. You don't go see if you see Igbo men or Yoruba, na fear of them. Now Hausa plenty for them. You go pack them, come back. This same man Onyema, if you come out tomorrow now say you want contest for anything for this country, hey, they go bad matter. Say look at this one Igbo man. Okay, now why they do all those things? You they do. Why now? Why they do, maybe? So that we will free vote for you. I trust Nigerians now. Make it just come out now tomorrow say you want contest for anything now. Una go bamboozle. Even people where him carry come back from all this rescue mission. Now them go even finish and pass. Not be Nigeria we do again. I beg Joe. Make we enter this another news. Yes in wiki. Yes in wiki. Now they fight for political relevance. He don't fight for this is political relevance. Now we know why him sabotage the votes inside the River State to make Tinubu win, to give him 25%, even to make him win self inside the state. Now we know. Yes in wiki. If I call you, we say collect like that. Yes, in wiki. It don't construct in a 12th flyover inside River State. He said that the 12th flyover, and I be that. So no other person go commission him, if not President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So he also construct one judiciary wait for inside the state. Say he go come commission him too. Say now Tinubu go commission that project. Oh, yes, on the weekend. Anyway, make we hear from the horse's mouth. I'm gonna watch.
It's very gratifying. We are very impressed with what we have seen. It's amazing that the Rumoguta-Rumola flyover, which is the 12th flyover, was constructed since 2019 till now. It's about 4 years. Just have done quite very impressive job, and the quality is amazing, and that is why we have always said our people deserve the best. I'm sure that residents in that area are happy. When we started that work 8 months ago, of course, the impatience of people. Are you sure that these jobs will not be abandoned? And like we promised, we are not going to abandon any of the projects we have started. But to God be the glory. We're expecting the president-elect on the 3rd or 4th to commission the 12th flyover and the magistrate court. You can see the magistrate court units, how amazing it is too. And we commend the contractor too, who have done this job and quite on time. I don't think I find this anywhere in this part of the country. I don't think you can find out. It's amazing. Remember when the president-elect came to campaign in River State and he paid us a concert at the government house, we did say that, it's unfortunate it was late then. We had invited presidential candidates of other parties like the Labour, the NNPP. They all came and commissioned projects, and we did say to him that we believe that after the election, we are going to invite him to commission projects too. And luckily, these 2 very important projects are ready.
Oga, I don't know where you they fight like this. You just they call opposition from everywhere. Maybe they call the commission project for your state. Okay, now you remember Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Make you commission your project for inside your state. Okay, let's even assume that Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not win as president-elect. If I still call him, make you come commission this 12th flyover and your judiciary waiting building where you build inside the state. If I still call him, try. Yes, we know your game. We know your type. Let's hope that Tinubu will reciprocate. If God permit to, then swam in on the 29th. Most of that will knock you, minister. We wait, make we see. But one thing for sure, I say, yes, in the weekend, your matter don't cast too. Your matter don't cast. You are too brutal. And for anybody to bring you to his government, the person go they wear armor, all this armor, this armor. What did they wear go war? All this shield, you go wear them because if they come out one day, you don't punch them through away. We know your type. So my Nigerian people, now the news I be the gist where I carry come on at tomorrow today. I say make I nakana on ACDV so that's what I go understand. Say look, country gist you dey try. And if you never subscribe to this channel, you go come enjoy waka comot. It be like say the color of your problem na red. You go subscribe now. Subscribe now. I go see you on later.